I fall,
Yeah.
catch me.
Don't kill yourself, Scott.
I'm afraid I'm gonna go right over on that sofa.
What would these decoys be worth?
$25,000.
Come on, Kenan, pick up.
Ray,
I wonder where he is.
what were we thinking, Sheldon? What were you thinking?
This must be where he stores the bodies.
Where is he taking us? This is called toilet paper for the bush.
You know that security camera we had Kenan install? I think when we check it out, it'll prove that he's a hard worker.
And I think it'll prove that he's hardly working. I'm Scott Cousins,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers.
See that fork in the road?
Take it.
We travel all over Canada.
Looking for hidden gems in basements, attics, and barns. For me, it's all about the thrill of the hunt. Oh man, we might have hit the mother lode here. I like to move fast. I can always find something we can make a profit on.
I thought I'd seen it all, Scott. I'm looking for that one-of-a-kind item that has its own story to tell. Just like the people we meet, every story is different. It's not junk to us. How'd you sleep?
The problem for me is I was tossing and turning a little bit because I was thinking of what Kenan might be doing while we're gone. Why don't you give him a call? You're betting red on the roulette wheel, I'm betting black. He isn't gonna be there. Ring.
Come on, Kenan, pick up.
Ring. So you have to be there to pick up the phone.
Yeah. I wonder where he is.
All I know is it's got nothing to do with double S antiques.
We did have Kenan install that video camera. Hey, Kenan, have you ever installed a security camera before?
I did some little bit of work when I was in the Army. Does that look good there, guys?
Yeah, I think that's perfect. You got the door.
You know we're gonna be watching you.
That's perfect. That's what they're for.
We can check the tapes when we get back.
Feel a little bit like a peeping Tom by checking tapes on people.
He installed the camera.
What were we thinking, Sheldon?
Spring and cottage country, I love it.
I've never been to North Cottage Country.
I've never been here either. Just look at all this rock sticking out of the ground.
Yeah, there's a ton of it. Oh, look at this lovely little pond. This is really a sort of group of seven-ish, isn't it?
Beautiful. We're going to see Roger. Roger has salesman sample canoes, salesman sample kayaks, and salesman sample paddles.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Roger also collects decoys. And apparently he's got a couple of exceptional ones.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Not very good at reading maps. But
You're not much of a navigator, are you?
look for the rainbow-colored chevrons. After the chevrons, look for the orange traffic cone at the fork of the road.
You clearly can't navigate.
I drive much better than I navigate. Let me grab the wheel.
I can drive and navigate. You can maybe do one of them.
I'll get us there.
Chef, sure you will. So keep to the left, because there's a fork.
All right, here's the fork.
Yeah, go left.
Wasn't there supposed to be a cone?
Just go left. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. There's a chevron. There's a chevron.
That's it.
Keep going to the chevron. I'm guessing we're here. Found her.
Hey, look at this canoe right here. Little cedar strip, a little
That's
14
a
or 15.
nice
Oh,
little
isn't that
canoe.
beautiful? No doubt we've arrived because I can see a little cedar strip canoe off to the side of the driveway. Turns out it's a chestnut, pretty little canoe.
New logo.
Good morning.
Hey, Scott,
Scott?
how are you?
Roger.
Hi, I'm Sheldon.
So what's the story on the little chestnut?
Fairly early, 1920s, might be earlier. It's got the wide cant ribs up under the decks there.
Right?
Roger's a real pleasant guy, and clearly he knows canoes.
I've always admired canoes, the artistry of what went into building a canoe. I'm selling it. I almost sold it a couple of weeks ago.
So what'd you almost sell it for?
$1,200.
Just so happens he wants a little too much for resale. I was noticing is that you've got a couple canoes in the garage
I
here,
do.
too.
In here, I've got an old courting canoe from
Oh,
about
it's-
1915.
It's beautiful. I love the mahogany.
Your lady friend would sit here on pillows with her parasol, and the gentleman would paddle and sing to her, or she might read poetry to him. This was all the rage 100 years ago.
The one I want to see is the consummation canoe.
That was Pierre Burton that said, you're truly Canadian if you can do it in a canoe.
So without flipping, yeah. I have more canoes inside.
Well, let's go.
We'll get rid of the black flies.
Is this your main residence here, or this is the cottage?
This is my only residence.
Okay.
Whoa, I like it already.
Wow, I love this. That is amazing. Walk in the house and it's fabulous. This is a great looking place.
I love the whole cottage. What do you need out of it? Loaded.
You got some interesting canoes up here too. There's canoes everywhere.
I've collected canoes pretty widely around the world. I had at one time 140 or 150 different models.
I love the miniatures.
Those are pretty much salesman samples.
When you say salesman samples, do you mean like giveaways?
They handed these things out at trade shows and kept the kids happy, and Dad bought a boat or a canoe, eh? I'm specializing in the salesman samples, the factory samples. They're really eye candy. People see that and they say, okay, can I buy a big one like that?
Well, I'm gonna wander in if I can. Oh, there's a beaut over there. I spy some fabulous decoys, 3 shorebirds. I've always been a fan of shorebirds, and they look quite old.
Those are the old hunting decoys, so they're quite rare. See, shorebirds were banned from hunting in 1917 with the Migratory Birds Act.
Right.
So they didn't make them afterwards. Like most people who collect decoys, I got addicted. I bought quickly and rashly, and I soon owned about 75 decoys. And it was about that point where I was bidding several $1,000s to buy a decoy.
So what would these decoys be worth in today's market?
A lot of money.
I want to know. I'm just curious.
The larger 2 up there would probably bring, give or take, 25 each.
And we're talking 1,000, not 100.
Yes.
Holy shit. But when he tells me they're worth upwards of 25,000 apiece, we're out.
So do you have anything else to show us?
A few more canoes and decoys. They're in the back room. These are done by Sam Hutchkins.
That's pretty pimpy.
There's a pair of mergansers, a diving duck, and these are beautiful decoys.
Hutchins is the only one who did this kind of cross-hatching like that.
Are they working decoys, these mergansers?
Those are, oh yeah, those were working decoys, yeah.
So what would something like that sell for?
The drake in the price auction sold for 48,000, and the hen went for 76.
My concerns are sort of playing out. I see lots of things I'd like to own, but I can't afford them.
We've got to find some stuff to buy.
Roger's got some great stuff. There's a whole bunch of kayaks and canoes. Is anything in this room for sale, or is this collection?
I will sell almost anything that is on those shelves with the exception of probably 2 or 3 pieces.
Now I'm feeling a little more optimistic.
I love that little dugout. I'm just trying to feel Roger out to get a sense of where he's coming from price-wise.
That's Haida, probably 1850-ish.
That's a gorgeous piece.
That really
Absolutely gorgeous piece.
Yeah. In the right auction, that could bring probably somewhere between 5 and 10.
I'm picking and choosing a few of the kayaks and canoes that I think I like and are nice. And you've got another, looks like a Haida canoe here?
No, that's actually Tlingit from Alaska.
okay.
Well, this is probably 1920s, and that's probably 1880s, 1875.
So what would you want for canoes like this?
Well,
Just spit it out.
too big a number.
All we can do is say no.
65.
6,500. In almost every case, he's got way too much money on it for what we can buy it for and turn it at a profit. And what's the story with the little one with the doll in it?
That's Greenland with a fish skin parka.
Yeah.
One exception is there's a nice little Greenland canoe with a doll in it. It looks like it's got some bone accoutrements.
Yep. 1920s, 30s, somewhere in there. Greenland are always long and narrow like that. They usually have these pointed ends with the little finials. But the best I could ask on that would be $750, and would I let it go for 4.5? Yeah, I would.
See, I like that. If we can get him down on that one, we might be able to make a buck on it. We're not massive distance apart in terms of what I think we could pay for it, but we're still a little bit apart. But I think I'd like to see what else you have before we make a decision on that.
Okay. Well, you're going to see the salesman sample canoes now.
Are we going to be able to buy one?
If you want to spend a small fortune, I've got a good collection. It's likely one of the better collections around because I've tried to collect things of pretty decent quality.
Oh, these are great.
Oh, I just love the model canoes. I think they're jewelry and wood.
And it takes about 80% of the time to build a big one to make a small one.
The scale is just so beautiful. These are museum pieces.
There's an old town that's extremely rare. That was the model of the full size that they made for the Boy Scouts, and that's the only known. And I have that on consignment to sell for the owner at the moment.
And how much does the owner want?
He'd like to get a little over 20. I might take a little bit less.
But you see, to me, that's just like, that's so far beyond the realm of what I think that I
Scott,
could ever get for it. We want to buy the $1,000 canoe for $300, flip it for $5,
yeah.
and let somebody else worry about making the hard $5. That's what we want to do, and I don't sense that there's a whole lot of those deals going on here.
But it doesn't. Okay.
Sheldon and I, our gears are both going at this point. We're saying, okay, we're not going to likely buy anything here.
This is not our market.
Yeah, yeah,
However, we're going to encounter these on our travels, and if we see one for a nominal
You're gonna call
value,
me.
we're going to call you.
Absolutely.
And we have a better sense as to what the market is now for these
yeah.
models.
So we may be selling them to him.
Well, there's one or two that I'm looking for,
Okay.
particularly. Right now, the gaps are such that it's like playing poker. I'm trying to fill an inside straight.
I would love to fill a hole in Roger's collection. That would make me really happy.
I'm happy to try to give you a good deal on some stuff.
I got a proposal for you then.
Okay.
If you're interested in trying to work with us, go grab that Greenland canoe from upstairs.
Little kayak.
The kayak.
Yeah.
And bring a few other bits and pieces that you think you're prepared to take a bit of a beating on. Bring them down and we'll see what we can do.
Well, what have you got in mind besides the Greenland?
You surprise us.
All right, I'll try.
See what we can do.
Yeah.
Now I'm putting the onus on him to make decisions as to what he's prepared to sell. Hopefully when he comes back down, that'll give us the edge. Sheldon, do you see anything on that table that you're interested in?
There's a few bits and pieces. Off to the side, there's a few bits and pieces, but I did find one good German stein of the 19th century.
It's a good-looking thing.
Beautiful decoration on it. Maybe we'll see if we can throw that into the mix.
Whoa, you're really bringing stuff down.
Some of the best deals are made on the golf course and the pool
And the
table.
pool table.
Roger brings down not just the one I want and a couple lower valued models, but he brings the big money ones down. I know he wants to sell us a $5,000 canoe today.
If I was to say you could have either one for 45, if you're gonna keep it in your own collection, you've made a hell of a good buy.
I know a little bit about native dugout canoes, but not enough to spend $5,000 on one. I don't have enough knowledge
Yeah.
to stick my neck out for $4,500 for that.
Yeah. We're narrowing it down.
Yeah.
This is Caribou Eskimo from the Northwest Territories, just west of Hudson Bay. I'll sell it to you for $250.
Okay. And what did we talk about on this one?
I said I would go for $450 on that, but I'll sweeten it a little bit. How about $400?
I love this, but I have to tell you, I don't like it $400 worth. I like it $250 worth.
Oh,
That's what I like.
can't get it at that. You won't find them with the little paddler and a nice old fish skin jacket at $250.
Roger's a hard-nosed bargainer.
Tell me what else you're interested in, and
I like this little stein here, but I'd like to match it up with a canoe or a kayak.
I know Sheldon wants that little stein, because it's a beautiful stein. I want that little Greenland canoe. But I know we're gonna have to pay too much if we just buy those two things. So I'm thinking, let's get a price on the two and then throw something else in. So what would you be looking at for the two pieces?
$450. That's $100 and $350. I really can't go any lower than that.
I was thinking differently.
Yeah.
I was thinking, sharpen the pencil on this one a little bit and go 6.
Oh, I don't think I could. You said 6?
I said 6.
Well, I'm gonna say $650, but at that, it's yours at $650. I think that's not a bad deal.
Done.
Okay.
I think that's a good deal for
my
everybody.
My arms are broken.
Everybody's happy. I think.
You were quicker than me. I was going to try and get the extra 25 on them.
Yeah. Anybody else around have stuff for sale?
Yes, you should go and see Dick down in Buckhorn, the chap who did the restoration on my courting canoe.
Now we've got another opportunity in the area for a pit.
Win-win for us. We bought some fabulous things that we should be able to make some good money off of.
Thanks, Roger.
Thank you.
Real pleasure to meet you.
I had a lot of fun.
And we will come back with a little miniature chestnut.
Please. Yeah, I hope they call me, and I'll be very disappointed if they don't.
Thanks a lot, Roger.
Cheers, guys.
What a nice guy. I really liked Roger.
Absolutely. I mean, if we ever find a nice little chestnut, we know the right home for it.
This might be a good lead, this Dick guy.
I hope so.
Maybe I should give Kenan a call.
I'm sort of scared to give him a call.
Hello?
Hey, Kenan, it's Sheldon. How are you doing?
Good?
Are you getting some work done?
Yep. Just sitting here with all these boxes, slowly trying to inventory. I find that Scott and Sheldon check up on me constantly. Like sometimes I feel like they're just phoning to find out if I'm doing any work.
Scott wants to say something to you.
Don't touch anything.
Nah, yeah, whatever. Sometimes they're really grumpy, and I think it's kind of they're just their age and they're getting old, but I'm learning a lot from them.
All right, keep up the good work, Kenan.
Thanks.
We'll see you in a few days.
See ya.
I bet he's hard at work.
We're hardly working.
There's something right there. There's a big fat porky.
I love porcupines, actually.
On more than one occasion, I've had to take porcupine quills out of a retriever's nose.
They don't seem to learn very well either.
Not a
those
pretty
things.
picture.
No.
We're near Peterborough, the mecca of canoes right around here.
What do you like best about cottage country?
I like all the possibility of paddling. And we're going to see Dick. Got canoes.
Cedar strips?
Yeah, all kinds of them.
It's always hard buying a canoe in canoe country.
I'm gonna try and get a really good deal on just one fantastic canoe.
There he is, right here. Buckhorn Canoe Company. Well, this will be interesting.
Look at these boats right here.
Yeah, there's three nice ones right there.
Good morning.
Morning, you'd be
Welcome
Dick.
to Buckhorn.
I'm
Dick.
Sheldon and Scott.
Nice to meet you, Scott. I'm a restorer of canoes as well as I build new canoes the old way.
I want to look at this canoe. This looks like an old Peterborough.
It sure is. Probably 1930s.
And would this one have been one that was not canvas covered?
Yeah, no, it's a pure cedar strip.
Man, that's a beaut, isn't it?
Yeah, that is beautiful.
And it's going to be completely restored, of course.
And that there, what's that?
That's a lake field, about the 1930s.
Where was Lakefield, in this part of the world as well?
Yeah, about 10 minutes down the road. This is the birthplace of the modern manufactured canoe. It all started 1859 in Lakefield, and the same thing happened in Peterborough as well as in Rice Lake.
Dick's an encyclopedia of knowledge on canoes. Anything you want to know about a canoe, he'll tell you. He knows the history.
What I'm dealing mostly with here is much older canoes, and that's what I'm focusing on, especially the older shapes, the older styles.
The way it's constructed, it's just so precise.
Yeah,
Even in this condition, you can see the quality.
you can see it. They were so different from the canoes we are seeing built today.
Is this a repair?
That is a repair.
Early repair.
They have built it up with steel and wood behind, just to hold that.
Will you leave that in? Just
Yeah.
It's part of the history
It's
of this,
part of the history.
this canoe. Yeah. Beautiful. What would a Lakefield in this condition be valued at?
I would say about $2,000. Finished, 6.5, 7.
We love canoes. We'd like to buy canoes. The problem is they're worth more money in Ontario than they are in Alberta. I'm not sure we're going to get much today. What about your ship's wheel?
It's from Nova Scotia.
I thought it was a mascot for the shop, but I thought, give it a try. Is this for sale?
It's for sale.
Huh?
They're hard to find, hard to replace. I was surprised he was going to sell it. What would a ship's wheel from Nova Scotia sell for in Ontario?
I'm asking $400 for that one.
Hey, well, just to get things rolling, would you take 3?
$350?
Done.
Good.
That's a good way to start the day. Let's go by the shop.
Step in.
Oh, wow.
I love it. We walk into the main shop, and if you're at all interested in paddling, this is a candy store. There's canoes everywhere. They're on the ceiling.
Great old cedar strip canoes, bunch of different makers. Who made this one?
Odette, he was a builder for trappers in the area. So he built a lot of small, short canoes. They had 3 keels, so you could push it up on the ice or up on the bank and drag it over beaver dams.
Yeah.
When I look at the canoe, I look at the shape. And I think that's what excites me most. I mean, a canoe is like a leaf on the water.
What about this one here? I'm fascinated. It says Rice Lake Canoe Company, Cobourg, Ontario. I've never seen that before. I don't know if you have, Scott, but they must be quite rare, though.
They're rare.
Rice Lake.
I have only seen 2 canoes in complete shape of that kind.
This is essentially a wall hanger now, right?
It is.
So what would a wall hanger of that size cost me?
$2,500, $3,000.
I'm hearing pretty much what I thought I would hear. Everything we like's in the $2,000 to $2,500 range.
My gut tells me these are very reasonable prices, just not our market. That one, I take it as potentially you would work on that and bring it up. And
I would like to finish that one off.
Yeah, and it could potentially be several thousands of dollars.
Yes.
One of the things that amazes me is how Dick can take a 75-year-old canoe, redo it, and it looks like it came out of the shop yesterday.
The most difficult part is to actually build a new part the same way as the old part was made.
I got a funny question for you.
Right.
We got this kid, Kenan, and I'd like for him to learn a trade. If he was your apprentice, would he be able to build a canoe?
He will pick up a few things, but there's a lot of
fine
tricks
skill-
of the trade.
What you're trying to say nicely is he'll learn enough to screw up a restoration project on a good canoe.
That's a good way of putting it.
So what's the story on the bookcase you've got here?
It's an old Huron canoe from the Quebec area.
Right.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Dick's got a canoe bookcase. Now, I know Dick, he would never cut a canoe apart to make a bookcase out of it.
But in this case, it was in so poor condition. So I made a bookshelf, but mostly to describe the construction process.
That's really interesting. It shows you how canoes are made. If you were going to sell this one, what would you want for it?
Throw in an offer.
I'm not sure what I would say on it. Why don't you throw me your best number, and we'll either say yes or no.
800.
No. We can't make any money at that. Unfortunately, it's worth more to him than it is for us to buy and resell. Do you have any other canoes you can show us that might be for sale?
I do. There's a number of canoes below here.
Oh, okay, let's go.
There is a couple of really old ones in here. All right. Here we are.
This must be where he stores the bodies.
Where is he taking us?
Take a peek in here.
We're not leaving here without seeing everything. Dick pulls open the crawl space underneath the shop. What do you find? More canoes.
What you're looking at is a Strickland, time frame around 1895.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, that paint looks like it's from the late 1800s or the early 1900s.
When it came out of the barn, I mean, the dust was this thick.
What about this one right here?
It's got vertical cedar strips on it.
Again, a Peterborough. It's called a cedar rib.
It's backwards.
Yeah, the ribs essentially becomes the planking.
Right. So it looks like it should have had a mast in it at some
Yeah,
time.
they were made so you could sail it, actually. The funny thing about that is that is actually a plumbing fixture.
So what would this sell for in this condition? It looks pretty rough
It's rough, but it's still an $1,800 canoe.
because it's rare. The vertical strips have to be rare.
Once again, really nice canoes. Mostly in a rough state of affairs, but we don't have the ability to do repairs on them.
Yeah, I'm not interested in one with work.
Yeah.
No.
That requires work. Okay, Sheldon, I'm heading for the exit.
Scott and I, before we leave, want to make sure that we've covered everything as best we can. We're here, and I'd like to leave with a canoe.
I can't give up that easy.
So we go back and revisit the showroom, and there's one that just draws us both in.
You know, I like that one.
That is a Peterborough built sometime in between 1897, 98, somewhere there.
That early?
Yeah.
It's a fabulous looking, rare, scarce, early Peterborough with beautiful high prows.
It is an incredible canoe.
And it looks so good. Just looks so good from underneath.
Patina is beautiful on it.
And the cracks don't bother me at all.
No.
That's a winner. If you're gonna have a wall hanger, that's the one you wanna have.
I'm scared to ask, but if a couple of prairie boys wanted to paddle back to Alberta, what's it gonna cost for that Peterborough?
You might sink on the way. There's a few holes in it. I would have to ask 1,800.
Boy, that's a little bit on the rich side.
No, I don't want to offend you, but we'd be closer to 800 in what we'd want to pay for it.
Keep in mind, though, that this is rare. Really, really rare.
When I hit him with 800 after he's hit us with 1,800, I'm just trying to ground our position. I'm trying to bring us a lot closer to our number than to his number.
800, no, I can't do that.
What about 1,000?
Nah, 1,500?
Do you have any old paddles?
I do have a few.
Tell you what, top nut for us, 1,100, throw us in a paddle. So we're not without a paddle in our boat.
Well, you traveled a long way. You got a deal.
Okay.
Fantastic!
Excellent.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Dick.
You're welcome.
I'm real happy with that buy, and we're taking a canoe home to Alberta.
What's the paddle? Is the paddle a Peterborough paddle?
It is a Peterborough paddle, beaver-tailed paddle.
Fantastic. The paddle alone is worth many hundreds of dollars.
Are you gonna throw in a couple decals? One for this and one for that?
I sure will.
Excellent, that is a great deal for us. You were really fair with
Welcome.
us.
We'll go get some tie downs and we'll be back.
That is a beaut, Shell.
That's a good buy, easy, quick flip at 500.
Hang it from the ceiling and put not for sale on it. Because I think we can get 3,500 for it if it's not for sale. Dick, it's been a real pleasure.
And an education for us.
Thank you.
Just a great day picking all around.
If you come out our way, come see us, but we'll be back to see you.
Love to see you guys. It was really great to deal with them. It was fun. I had a great day.
I'll send you a couple pictures after we turn that into 2 good bookcases.
Wasn't Dick a wealth of information? Wow.
Yeah. But I gave him my best shot on the joke about turning it into a bookcase, and he just gave me the straight dead man stare. Kenan. What do you think he's doing right now? Right this minute.
If I had to guess, he's probably cleaning stuff.
If I had a guess, he's probably in a bar with a girl that he met in a bar.
I think you underestimate Kenan.
2 girls?
Pretty hospitable here in Southern Ontario.
We always do well here.
We're going to see Andy and Linda, and apparently they are auction fanatics. Now they've discovered they got too much.
Well, this should be a little bit of a different take. We've been doing nothing but really canoes while we've been here.
Andy likes a musical instrument, so you might find that interesting.
Oh, maybe he's got a couple guitars for sale.
Am I heading in the right direction?
Go left here.
Look at that barn.
Oh, look, yeah, there's the guitars. Look at the guitars.
Yeah. We're driving up and I see a really nice vintage barn. I'm hoping it's full of good stuff.
Band of brothers?
I think they jam out in the barn.
Huh. Look at these cats. I love that.
Is that Andrew right there?
Good day.
Hey, you must be Andy.
I am.
Scott, how are
Nice
you?
to meet you, Scott.
Hi, Andy. Nice to meet you.
We were chasing your cats up the driveway.
Don't worry, they'll move. This is my wife, Linda.
Hi, Linda. Scott.
Hi. Hi, Scott.
I'm Sheldon.
Hi, Sheldon.
So do we have stuff in the house and stuff in the barn?
Yeah, there's stuff in the basement and in the kitchen and lots of stuff in the barn.
So do you want to head inside?
Sure, yeah.
Show
come
us
on
what
in.
you got.
Come on in.
Oh, wow.
I like your old house. It's great.
Thank you. This was 1925.
We go into this nice old farmhouse, and they've got lots of stuff.
Yeah, I've been collecting for a long time. I'm an auction hunter.
Oh, yeah? Local auctions?
Yeah, actually, there's quite a few in this area.
Camera as well.
That's in my background. I've been in film and video for a long time. I've been a photographer all my life, so I collect a lot of cameras.
Got any Leicas?
No. I've got an old Kodak, 1904.
We see those quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Cameras are a real tough item. Good cameras are worth good money. Low-end cameras are worth nothing. We took a quick look, didn't see anything that struck us as being exceptional, so we just moved on.
Kind of a neat old movie projector you got there. It's got a good look to it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I've been collecting for I don't know how long, and then you end up running out of space. If you keep collecting like I do, after a while there's no space for it, so you need to find a home for them.
What's that? Big pincer.
That would be, how do I put this politely? A denutter. Make bulls into steers.
Yikes! You never know what you're gonna find, do you?
When you're in a house that's 100 years old, sometimes you get lucky and find some old pieces.
You got some musical instruments in here.
Yeah, I play most of them.
So this is your recording studio, is
Well,
it?
it was at one point. We got a little crowded and we ended up moving into the barn. There's a couple of friends of mine that live sort of in the neighborhood.
You're the band of brothers.
Well, yeah, I guess. I've been a musician most of my life, so any kind of antique instrument of any type always catches my interest. As an Epiphone,
Yeah, is it an old Epiphone?
it's probably 60s.
70s. It's sort of a knockoff of an ES335.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful red Epiphone guitar. It's in real tough playing condition, but it's a good-looking wall hanger.
I paid $400 for it about 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, and this is probably a $400 to $600 guitar now. If it was a Gibson, it'd be a $4,000 to $6,000 guitar.
Yeah. Scott certainly knows musical instruments, and I do appreciate that. I mean, he really knows his stuff.
So what would you want for that if you were going to sell it?
I'd be willing to take what I paid for it.
$400, eh? I gotta think on that one, but
Okay.
because I'm not thinking about price. I'm thinking about whether it's gonna crack before I get it back to Calgary.
Well, I'll tell you, it's dry in this house, so.
Is it dry in here?
It is dry in
Because
this
it isn't dry outside. It's
No, not
humid.
today, yeah.
I'm putting that in the back of my mind because I'm not sure I want to transport that to Calgary for that price. What's the story on the old banjo?
I picked that up at an auction, I don't know, a long time ago. I don't know a heck of a lot about it, but I know it's sold.
It's not much of a musical instrument, but it's a good wall hanger. Looks good.
I've never been able to figure out how to play one of those things.
It's got different tuning. You know, it's not like a guitar.
Yeah.
It's more like a mandolin and banjo are
You
all.
can play a banjo, you are a true picker.
Yeah.
What would you want out of that?
I don't know, I would say, I don't know, $100?
Way too much for us for a wall hanger. I think you like it a little more than we do.
Okay.
We'll think about that and maybe package it with something else. Well, let's look around. Let's see what else you got.
Sure.
Andy's got some odds and sods, and I'm hoping that we're gonna find a gem there that's just hidden.
More
Well,
guitars.
That's a pig, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to have strong shoulders for that one.
Andy's got a nice old Kent guitar. My recollection is Kent isn't a guitar manufacturer. I think they're a distributor of guitars, but they didn't make them. That one might be a Hagstrom because they did some of the electric guitars for Kent in the 60s and 70s. So what would you want out of that? Assuming you want to sell it.
Yeah, I could sell it. I mean, it is a pretty piece. That's why I've kept it, and even though I only play it once in a blue moon. I would say, I don't know, $200. It has the added bonus it still plays.
I got to try you on at 150. That's my job.
Well, maybe we'd have to combine it with something else.
What would we combine it with?
I don't know. You're looking at the banjo.
Oh, you tried to package us.
I don't know whether I'm the best of negotiators. I do know what I pay for things.
I'd go 200 for the pair, 50 for the banjo, 150 for this.
Deal.
Good.
I think that's a good buy.
I'm okay with that. Well, let's keep going. You said you had some stuff downstairs?
Yeah.
Lead the way.
Mind your head. It's sort of low clearance down here.
Yeah, we're both low clearance permanently. When you're in a house that's 100 years old, you gotta get into the basement. It's always worth a look.
You're a bit of a crow.
Yeah.
This is called toilet paper for the bush.
Ow.
Andy buys at auctions. He buys box lots at auction. Every now and then, a box lot has a treasure at the bottom of it.
Are you into Christmas decorations?
Old ones, absolutely.
Some unusual shapes and designs in them, you know?
We know people are always looking for Christmas ornaments. You can put them out at a low price and people will buy them. Nothing too starry yet, but you never know. A couple little bells in there that are a little bit better. Birdies. They actually used to use real feathers on these.
Is that right?
Yeah, there's the best one right there. Your figural seashell.
Ah, okay.
That's the best one there. That one's worth more than everything else put together.
Who knew?
So what would you want for the box of stuff?
Oh, I don't know, 20 bucks?
I knew we were gonna have to pay at least 10 bucks just for the one ornament. Yeah, we can do 20.
This is great. I needed to clean up my basement anyway.
We'll sell the rest of the box for 40 bucks and the one ornament for 10 or 15.
So there's a little profit in there.
Yeah, little is the operative word. Every now and then, we just buy stock. We're not always buying the top end, and we know here we're gonna have to buy a bunch of little bits because we're not getting anything spectacular. No more musical instruments down here?
I've got an old amplifier. It's a bass amp.
So acoustic, who makes that? Is it Japanese? No, it's California, Van Nuys, California.
Okay.
I'm not saying I want it.
No.
But if I did, what would it be? How much would it be?
50 bucks.
Because you got to have the speaker to know whether it works.
Oh, it does work.
Yeah?
We can plug it in down in the barn, actually.
Well, let's go down to the barn.
Sure.
Good, I'm looking forward to seeing the barn. Nice house, but there's not a whole lot in here for me. I'm wishful thinking on the barn.
That's a great barn.
1887. It's an oldie but goodie.
Yeah, like your boat.
Sort of the raccoons.
Don't go thinking boat, Scott.
They're not in Alberta, so I don't think we'd make many friends introducing the raccoon to Alberta.
Come on in.
Wow.
This is beautiful. It's an old post and beam barn, gorgeous construction.
But can you imagine climbing on there? It's like 60 feet high.
Yeah. That's an old barn, and it's filled with stuff. We might find something there.
Lots to look at here. This is our stage. This is where we play in the summertime. It's a barn jam location where friends and family come over and play music.
I'd love to be there and listen to those guys play.
I have a feeling that barn just shakes on a Good Friday night.
We say that the only animals we have in our barn are party animals now. This acoustic amp head.
Right, this is the one we saw downstairs, right?
Yeah.
So this is the one you wanted 50 bucks for.
Yeah.
And I see you brought back the Epiphone. You're trying to get me on that, are you?
Well, it's a beautiful guitar, and I don't play it. I'd love to see it go to a good home.
Oh, we're out.
Hey, what are you talking about? This would feel very happy with my other guitars. When the Epiphone was in the house, Andy wanted $400 for it. That was a bit too rich for me.
Give it to us, Stumpy.
It's out of tune badly. When we got it back into the barn, I asked him again, what would your absolute rock bottom best on it? Because it's not a real good guitar.
I'd say 350.
Andy's got a beautiful red Epiphone guitar. That's one we want to take away. Tell you what, here's my offer.
All right.
I'll pay the 350, but you throw in the head.
How about 400 and I throw in the head?
Well, that was what we were at before. 50 and 350.
I could do that.
Okay.
I could do that.
Okay. All right, let's pick.
Enough guitars.
Yeah.
I like this thing.
Oh yeah, that's an old slide projector.
It's got like a Fritz Lang look to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess Metropolis, yeah. You want to take a look at it?
Yeah, can I get it down?
I'll grab a ladder.
Let's see if I can get to it before you get to me. Okay, if I fall,
Yeah.
catch me.
Don't kill yourself, Scott.
I could do it, but I'm afraid I'm gonna go right over on that sofa. It just doesn't seem as
Here, you do
much
your thing.
fun with an aluminum ladder.
I know.
Yeah, it goes. The slides go in the side there, Shell. See?
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
Here, take it down.
It's an early slide projector, and the slides are a 4x4 glass slide.
Does it light up?
It should do, yeah.
Boom!
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like a gun, right?
Yeah, but no, it was working a second ago.
Oh,
Until I shook it.
It worked for a second, and then it quit working. And I'm going, no!
probably blown the bulb.
I think we'd already bought it at that point, hadn't we? It was working until you picked it up.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
And it's still working.
We're good.
I love it.
You ever seen another one?
Not like this, never.
You ever seen another one?
Nope.
Me neither.
No. One of
I
a
love
kind.
it. I absolutely love it. You could use that in a loft. You could project a different picture on the wall. You'd have a different piece of art every night. So what would you want for that?
50 bucks?
I'd rather pay 30.
How about 40?
40 bucks.
That's a good deal for Scott and I. At auction, it's gonna fetch us a good $200 or $300.
It's not going to auction. It's going to my living room.
And he's paying me 20 bucks.
Exactly.
Well, we've got some packing up to do.
Okay, let's head out. A bar would love to have these in there. Should be able to get $4.50 for the guitar just as a wall hanger. That is a beaut, Shell. This is just so good, I love it.
I think on a good day, we can get a couple $100 for that.
Hey, thank you, Linda.
Thank you for coming.
It was a pleasure.
Absolutely, absolutely. That was great.
Thanks, Andy. Really nice people. I'd just like to come back when the barn is hopping.
We'll stop in next time we're by.
That sounds great.
Having Scott and Sheldon come over, it's just like having another barn jam. It's great to have their company.
What a couple great people.
Yeah, I really enjoyed them both.
I'd come back here.
I'd come back in a flash, but in the meantime, it's time to hightail it to Alberta. You know that security camera we had Kenan install? I think when we check it out, it'll prove that he's a hard worker.
And I think it'll prove that he's hardly working.
Bet?
Bet. Nice park job. We're here. I can hardly wait to see what's on those security cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Kenan, what are you doing?
Hey, guys.
Hey, let's check this security camera.
Yeah, it's just all on this computer.
Check our test run and see how it worked.
How have things been going?
Busy.
Will we see that on the security camera you set up? Nothing but work.
Nothing but work.
Let's see what we got.
Look at, he's doing inventory. I said you'd be hard at work. Scott said you'd be slacking. Looks like you owe me 20 bucks.
Well, we haven't watched all the footage yet.
Oh.
Hey, okay, we're one each so far.
Okay. You didn't tell us you were going to be working out.
Well, that was on lunch hour. I just got a couple rounds in on the bag.
Another lunch hour.
Well, that's on the lunch hour, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Look at him working away there.
Like, this is nonstop.
Yeah.
This the whole.
Let's move this ahead a little bit and see how nonstop it is. Oh, yeah, he's working hard there. So you're inventorying a trombone here?
Well, somebody asked. It came in one of the boxes.
Oh, a little juggling. That's good, a little juggling.
What are you juggling? Fruit?
Why are you juggling?
Is that fruit?
No, it's just some balls I found. I don't even know.
Sheldon, I think we're about even right now, okay? You got him working a couple times. We got him juggling and playing the trombone. This is the tiebreaker, this clip.
Deciding factor. Who are those guys?
What? That's a band.
Well, I wasn't using the space.
You got a punk band
They sounded
in
good.
our warehouse.
I subletted the space. Like, well, this one's for you, and that one's for you. That's your cut.
So what do we get? A third, a third, a third?
Well, you 25, I get 50. Well,
All right, I owe you 20 bucks.
you can take it out of your cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on in.
Psychedelic girl, psychedelic girl, psychedelic girl, I wanna dance with you. Psychedelic girl, psychedelic girl, psychedelic girl, I wanna dance with you.
Show us how it's
Look,
done.
anytime.
Yeah. Hey, don't spit on my boot! Just a second here. I'm applying a tattoo for good luck today. Da-da-da-da.
That's a mystery box. There are no visible openings on it, but it will open.
Do you feel lucky?
Well, do you, punk?
I would like to sell them and
What's over there?
Oh, Scott, you got a whole army over here.
You've got a bunch. Whoa! Biggest, best Red Indian sign I've seen.
I've been offered 10 grand for it.
I'm Scott Cousins,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers.
See that fork in the road?
Take it.
We travel all over Canada.
Looking for hidden gems in basements, attics, and barns. For me, it's all about the thrill of the hunt. Oh man, we might have hit the mother lode here. I like to move fast. I can always find something we can make a profit on.
I thought I'd seen it all, Scott. I'm looking for that one-of-a-kind item that has its own story to tell. Just like the people we meet, every story is different. It's not junk to us. I love Nova Scotia.
It's great to be back. And there's always some interesting things we don't see out west.
Going to the southern tip of Nova Scotia, Barrington Passage. We're going to see a guy called Mike and his wife Deanna. You're going to like Mike. He's got some oil and gas stuff, a little advertising.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
What kind of advertising?
A little bit of red ending.
Seriously?
You're going to like this one. So we're in a real seafaring part of the world here, and they have all sorts of superstitions on board a ship.
There's superstitions everywhere, but the sailors seem to be way worse than other people.
I always like the one, you're never supposed to bring a woman aboard.
See, that's just bad judgment. You got 200 guys on a ship going to sea for 8 months. You either got to bring a lot of women or no women.
So I wonder what was good luck. I think you were supposed to spit into the sea just before you went off on a voyage.
All the sailors you ever read about in the stories always had tattoos. So I'm assuming that was probably good luck. But pickers aren't superstitious.
You played enough hockey, you must have had a few superstitions.
I was never superstitious.
You must have, you won a game or you had a great game and scored 3 goals.
If I scored 3 goals with a stick, I would use the same stick the next game.
Ah, there we go. Superstitious.
Not superstitious, it's just that whatever worked, you keep going until it doesn't work anymore, then you move on.
Well, if we hit a home run today, we've got to try and duplicate it the next pick.
Well, just for you, if we have a good pick today, I'll try and figure out some way to do the old hockey thing of not changing something. See if it works 2 days in a row.
Okay. Look at that place set back.
Oh, look at that. That's got to be it right there.
Yeah.
Look at a little Chevy, too.
Wow. This could be good.
Really good.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Are you Mike?
I'm Mike.
I'm Sheldon.
Scott.
Scott. And this is Deanna.
Hi, Deanna.
Hi.
We heard you got some stuff.
I've got a little bit, yes.
You've got a house here.
Yes, and a house here.
Oh, you own that one, too?
You own that one too. And I've got a little building over behind the other house.
And how did you get into it?
Just like old things, and I started about 25 years ago. I like unusual things, advertising, memorabilia. I guess just to keep the past alive, and I just enjoy old items.
You a collector, Deanna?
I just love it.
Yeah?
All of it.
We got to separate you two then, because it's going to be hard to buy anything.
Oh, you never know.
Where do you want to start first?
I guess we might as well start this house here.
Perfect, let's go.
Sure.
So what year is it from?
1825 it was built.
Wouldn't have thought it was that old.
Yeah, it's in pretty good shape.
I get the same figure as him.
That's an interesting cash register.
Would be late 1800s,
Yeah.
you'd think.
And it does work.
Hey, it's got money in it.
And hopefully before the day is over, have more money in it.
Yeah. This one actually made some serious sales because it went up to $25.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably a furniture store, right?
Got a nice little piece that we
Tell you why it's so
we both
unusual.
enjoy.
Wood is unusual, and then inlaid. I don't know that I've ever seen an inlaid cash register.
Yeah.
Would you part with that?
Gee, I'd have to think about that.
Yeah.
So there's a few things upstairs here.
Nice old showcase.
He's got a couple of showcases stacked one on the other. Are you accumulating them because you're starting a store?
Yeah, they're just a little bit big for the room that I have.
Oh.
Right.
I love the looks of them, but they're large.
I think the showcase is about from 1910-ish. This one, quarter sawn oak. This one's a little bit different in terms of the wood.
Mm-hmm.
That's your more traditional one that you see.
Yeah. But the painting is a bit of a problem. What do you want out of this one, Mike? Throw us out a...
Boy. That was a couple $100 on him.
Sounds too much. If the truth be known, how does $50 sound?
$50 yeah.
Sounds too little, right?
That sounds too low, yeah.
What would be the most we pay for this? About $100. Exactly.
That's the most we pay in this condition.
Well, let's do a deal at $100.
All right.
Done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
$100.
Now
Are you happy with that or not? You don't look very happy.
Deanna doesn't seem very motivated to part with things.
Normally, the wife wants the guy to get rid of the stuff, but he doesn't want to get rid of it. A little different here.
Go over to my place I call my doghouse, eh? It's just next door here.
I'm intrigued.
A small building that's called the doghouse.
It's a special place for Mike and his friends.
If I just want to get out of my main house for a few minutes or an hour to relax, well, I come to my
if
doghouse.
somebody wants you out?
Yeah, that's happened a few
Yes,
times,
yes.
I guess.
I like your Texaco sign.
Well, thank you.
May I?
Help yourself.
Oh, I love the doghouse. The doghouse is a good place to hang out. And there's a few good bits in here. What about Roots?
Route service is a service of cars in England. That sign came from England.
It's kind of an
It's
eye-catcher.
old, yeah. Route
Yeah, it's probably
service, route
40s,
service
50s for
Right.
sure.
has been around for a long time in
Yeah.
England. Yes.
Would you part with that?
So yes, I'd part with that.
What would you need out of it?
Probably 175,
That's not astronomical. How about 150?
150. Well, if you're off me 150, I guess we'll do a deal on 150.
Great.
How's that? Thank you very much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So what's the story on the bike?
Old Sports Roadster. I just picked that up here a few weeks ago, actually.
So you're not attached to it.
No, not really.
What would you say, Sheldon? This thing dates from the 50s?
Yep.
Sheldon and I try to buy every bike we find if it's a man's bike because they're a lot rarer than female bikes. What would
Okay.
you need out of a bike like that?
Oh, how does 1 1/4 sound?
Shell?
How does 75 sound?
75. Yeah.
We got to get a new tire on
Yeah.
there. Let's
Yeah.
just start beating it up.
And black
Yeah.
is really not Scott's color.
yeah,
just-
see, it's summer, right? You should be wearing white in summer and black
Right.
in fall.
Yeah.
Do you have anything in a red?
So how much did you say?
He said
75.
75. Well, let's do a deal at 75 then.
Oh,
Right.
done.
Okay, done.
Thank you. Well, I want to take a look at that Texaco sign you got out there. Let's go take a look at that.
Okay.
You got a nice old dealer sign here.
Yeah.
It's an early one because it's got the green tee. Green was not on there later in time. It's because they changed it just to black at one point in time. It's been
Right.
shot up a bit.
Yeah.
What's the other side like?
There we go. That's not bad.
You stand right there and then give me a price.
My neighbors growl at me because when the wind blows, it makes it squeak.
Well, let's make him not growl at you. What do you want for it?
Oh, gosh. I know you're going to beat me up.
Well, I'm going to send him in.
Is that right? Yeah.
See, I'm wearing the black hat. I'm the bad picker.
Yeah, right on. We'll start off with you guys. What you going to offer me here this time? And we'll go from there.
I always like you to make the first offer.
I know you do. Put a little pressure on them instead of putting all the pressure on me at the first. Your turn.
Gosh, that's a tough one. I think if it was mint, I think it'd be probably 1,500 if it was mint.
Yes.
In this condition, the retail on it, probably 500-600.
So what are you saying then?
What do you got into it?
what
Let's
am I-
work from
what
there.
am I getting
Let's
into?
work from there. What would you need to make it go away?
657, you're thinking?
No, I couldn't pay that much
No.
for it. That's what I'd sell it for.
That's what you'd sell it for.
Yeah, $400 is sort of where I'm thinking.
Yeah, 450. 450 is yours, guys.
What do you think?
Deal.
Done.
Wow. Okay.
Well, we got a guy that likes Texaco and he might want
Exactly. I know he's going to want that.
Right.
Yeah.
The neighbor is going to be very happy that the squeaking is gone.
So if this was the doghouse, I'm guessing you got some other place with better stuff.
We'll go over to my house.
The house is naturally where the better things are. I'm hoping we strike some gold, find that major item.
Oh, you got some stuff. Where to look first? That China Halifax tea
That's
is
my
cool
most
one.
favorite tin, by the way, guys.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
right
because
off the bat.
it's by far the best one there.
1892 to 1893, China to Halifax.
This is an extraordinary tin here. The era is great. It's probably an English tin. Yeah, London. In great condition. What I like is that, SS Aberdeen, and that, CP Rail.
Right.
You've got the crossover with the shipping and the CP. That's a good tin. I'm taking you're not selling that.
I'd make an offer, you know, of
Wow, that's such a tough call. That is a killer tin. I'd love to own that. What do you think it's worth?
No, you go ahead.
This kind of tin I'd probably offer $250 to $300 on.
I was thinking like $750.
It's a killer. So now I've given you all the information I can.
We'll just put it right back on the shelf.
If Mike wants to sell something, he quotes us a very fair price. If Mike doesn't want to sell something, he prices it through the roof, and that's his way of saying, nope, it's not for sale.
That's kind of my baby, that one, yeah.
Do you want to part with the Anarcho boy?
He is good, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
This is something that they made to distribute to dealerships.
Oh, yes.
This isn't just some guy in his backyard making it.
He's great.
What would the stupid number be to walk away with this?
Oh, boy. A stupid number, eh?
We happen to have an Anarcho guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, to me, it'd be worth $2,500.
I was hoping Mike was gonna say $1,500, but when he said $2,500, I was still gonna snap it up until I saw Deanna's face drop. I'm not worried about the number.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about whether or not you guys are gonna regret selling it if we
Yeah.
say yes.
I think so. I didn't want to see it leave.
I'm not gonna buy that sign if it's gonna cause marital problems. We can always find another sign. Ooh, I like the car. Oh, I love the car. Beautiful little Chevy 2 Nova SS. That was one of my favorite cars growing up. That is a chick magnet.
Yes, it is.
And if you were an 18-year-old guy, life was your oyster.
Sad news for you. Neither of us are 18-year-old
I know.
guys.
Yeah, I'll get some more this
you got
way,
more
guys.
stuff over there, yeah. This is a man cave. Whoa, there's a big one. Walk around the corner, and there's the biggest, best Red Indian sign I've seen. Look at that. Cherry, cherry, cherry. It's in great shape because it have a bullet hole to be seen on it.
The other side's the same.
Is it?
It's two-sided, yeah.
Oh, man.
I was hoping that it would be a big wow, and it happened.
How much?
How much? I've been offered 10 grand for it.
My heart just sinks. 10 grand and you turned it down?
I turned it down, yeah.
I know it's worth 10 grand. I'm just not sure it's worth any more than that. See, that's top nut because he mints 5,000 aside. Mint.
Yeah, that's mint. It's awesome.
It's awesome. There's absolutely no question about it. But we still got to make money. Ideally, I'd like to buy it for $7,500, flip it for 9 grand, and make a quick 1,500 and be done with it.
Personally, I want to find it in the barn and offer the guy 1,000.
But here's the problem: you're never going to find one
Not now.
this good in a barn.
And you won't find that many in a guy's collection that good either. I know that.
No, it's a killer. There's no question about it. I mean, you've already turned down 10 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's sit down and talk about this.
Have a cold one?
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bottom line, on the double-sided Red Indian, we would want to buy that sign normally for $600 to $7,500. You're in a different kettle of fish when somebody's already offered you 10.
Yes.
But we could go 10, we couldn't go any more. And he doesn't want me going 10.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I guess you got a deal. Done.
Done. Excellent. I'm happy about that.
Done.
I didn't think it was going to happen. We got a bunch of really good things, but the creme de la creme was the Red Indian sign. That made our day.
My heart always beats really fast when we buy a great item, so thank you both.
Well, thank you, too.
Scott's happy, I'm happy. Our lucky day. I never get service. Now I got my own service department. I would think we'd get $250 out of it, maybe more in an auction sale.
This thing is going to be really good in the warehouse.
You can always use a showcase in our business.
Man, this is the best Red Indian sign. Hopefully we'll make a couple grand at least. Well, Mike, thanks. That was great.
Thank you.
Deanna,
Thanks,
it was great.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks.
And,
Everything.
You guys are so hospitable, and you have great stuff.
Yeah.
Any places that we should be going to around here?
well, I've got a buddy a couple kilometers away. His name is Sharon.
Would Sharon have some stuff to sell us?
I know he would, and he's got some very interesting items.
Oh, perfect.
right.
Well, you got my email. Give him a call, text me, and then we'll drop in and see him.
Okay, well, thank you very
Thanks
much.
again.
Thank you.
Safe drive.
The most pressure for Mike was definitely with the Red Indian. But they were more than fair.
The day was great. I had a great day with everybody.
Well, that was fun,
Always love getting the best thing in a guy's place.
and that's the best thing we bought in a long time. Let's not change a thing.
I'll wear my lucky shirt.
You drive, same hats. Let's keep it all consistent.
I'm changing my underwear, though.
Go right ahead.
You can keep yours on.
Another beautiful day in Nova Scotia.
Absolutely. It is fabulous today.
Are you feeling lucky? Yeah,
Got my lucky shirt.
Yeah, see you wore your same shirt, same hat. You know, around here, sailors used to wear tattoos.
Well, they didn't wear them. They had them inked into them. You wear a shirt. A tattoo's part of your body.
Technicality.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm applying a tattoo
Oh
for good
my
luck today. Da, 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 da. Let's see how the pick goes today.
I'm going to show you what a real man does. I'm going to get a real tattoo.
All right, but in the meantime, I'm feeling lucky.
Well, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, Mike said that Sharon should be an interesting guy to see.
Always love it when you can get a referral from one guy to another guy that's just down the road. Hey, we shouldn't be far from it here. Okay, right
That's
there.
it.
It's right
That's
there.
it.
Right there. You must be Sharon.
I'm Sharon.
Scott?
Hi,
And nice to
Hi,
meet
Sheldon.
you.
Sheldon.
Pleased to meet you.
Mike told us you had radios.
A little bit of everything in electronics there, yeah.
That's your passion.
It's my passion.
Oh, yeah.
I've worked in electronics all my life. Military electronics, early Marconi sets, consumer electronics, radios, phonographs you'd find in a home in the 20s and 30s. It's a virus or something, it's a disease.
Well, show us what you got.
I'm going to go to the house. We'll see you later.
I'm feeling lucky. Oh, we're humming in here.
Holy cow. You've got some great stuff in here. What do you play?
Guitar and bass. I use G&L Strat.
Good guitar.
Oh, yeah.
G&L's good guitar.
And the bass, I use a 63 Fender Precision.
And you've got it hidden so I can't try and buy it off you?
it's hidden.
Is that under your bed? Because that's where Scott checks next.
So
You'll have
if I
to
can
go
assume
there.
then that if you haven't hidden it, then I can make a shot at it?
You can take a shot at anything.
Well, I see something I'd like to take a shot at. You got an old blue-faced Fender. How does it sound?
Oh, it's a great amp.
Do you
Yeah.
use it?
Yes, that's my amp. That's the amp I use.
I guess you're not selling it.
No, I'm not gonna sell that one.
This is cool.
The amp is a 69, the custom.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a remake because they remade those after a while.
No, this is the original 69.
Custom amp. They came in all different colors. Really desirable. What would you sell the custom for?
I wouldn't sell the custom.
Okay. I'm thinking that Sharon's not really a seller, so it's going to be tough to pry anything out of them. Let's go somewhere where we can buy something.
Okay, let's try.
Sheldon loves a good crappy doll. And I saw one of the crappiest dolls I've ever seen in my life. These are the faces of picking. That's pre-pick. Doo-doo. This is mid-pick. And this is post-pick. Yikes. Okay, take us somewhere else.
We can go upstairs.
We hit the top floor, and it's floor-to-ceiling radios. Wow, you got lots of stuff here. Not our sort of thing, but there could be some other things mixed in.
That's an interesting mic.
Oh, it's an early double button carbon, it's called. It's attached to the base there.
Right, I noticed that, yeah.
Which houses a battery.
Is that something you're prepared to sell?
No, I think I'll hold on to that one.
Is this little plane your handiwork, Sharon?
No, found that in an antique store.
Something you'd part with?
Probably not.
We're gonna be lucky to buy anything today.
Sharon, if you're going to sell this little wall pocket here, what would you want for it? I would call it tramp art. Somebody taking incidental materials, in this case it's individual wooden matchsticks, all put together. Whoever did it did a really nice job.
Make me an offer.
We finally have to make a sale here. I'm gonna hit him with a really good price. I'm gonna buy this. 60 bucks?
Whack! Right at the top end.
Sold.
Whoa, I was gonna say, you stepped up on that one,
I
Phil.
did, Walt.
We bought something.
It's a good piece, and now we have made a transmission.
You got a whole bunch of microphones here. Are you prepared to sell? I'll show you which ones I want. There's one gem up there. It's an old RCA, dates from the late 30s, early 40s. Every old broadcast you see has one of those microphones sitting on the table. I want that microphone. But rather than point his eye in the direction of the best thing he's got, I tell him I want 5 different microphones, only one of which is that RCA. And that one.
I'm willing to go one of the 5.
I'll go for the big RCA.
No.
You said one of the 5. I picked one.
You didn't pick the right one.
Oh, you didn't mean you would let me have one of the 5. You meant one of the 5 might be for sale.
Yeah, microphones are interesting. And I enjoy picking up the old stuff that connects back to, time before. And of course, Scott knows microphones, and he picked out the top of the pile sort of thing.
If you're going to sell the RCA, what would you want for it?
Couple hundred.
And if you were going to sell it, I'd buy it for a couple hundred.
I'll think on that and talk to you later.
Okay, don't think too long, though. I'm not giving up. I'm coming back to that microphone. How do I look?
Scott, can you hear me? What's this gizmo here?
Well, that's a mystery box. There are no latches, there are no visible openings on it, but it will open. And if I take my trusty screwdriver,
Sight unseen. I'll buy it as a mystery.
without even opening it, or knowing how to open it,
All depends on the price.
Do you feel lucky?
Well, do you, punk?
Let's see it open.
you need a screwdriver.
I'd be surprised if there's something in it.
Oh, there's nothing in it.
Oh. Oh, it's got a little mystery thing, yeah.
This is the door, and that's all that opens.
That's very unusual. So why would you want it to open that way?
That's the mystery.
It's got limited uses.
You could use this box as your shoe shine box. Guy comes in, puts his foot up, and you fire in and go get your polish and whatever. And if you're thinking of a second career, I'm buying it for you. All we need is one more thing.
The price?
Yeah.
I'll start at 80.
Go to 30.
30, you're going up too fast.
Sorry, 25. Do I have 30 anywhere?
70.
31.
See, if we go up in smaller increments, I think that's to our advantage.
No, it's gonna have to be 50.
It's a fun piece.
That's something we should take back to our neck of the woods. Okay, shake the man's hand. Okay, I got one more thing. Let's go back to the RCA mic. The entire time we've been walking around, the thing I've been thinking about is that RCA microphone. Don't fall off. I'm concerned that if I come back at his 200, he's gonna say it's not for sale. So I'm gonna make him an offer which is more than he wants. I know it's hard for you to part with. One-time offer, 250. I offered him 250, more than he wants. I want that microphone. Done. Excellent.
Wow, fantastic. Our luck is maybe holding. I'm gonna ask Scott not to change his shirt again, just in case.
I have to wear the shirt again?
I like this little thing.
That's a great little piece of tramp art. That's a good $125 item. Earth to Sheldon, Earth to Sheldon. We should be able to get $400 for that microphone. Sharon, it was great.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
And nice to meet
Thanks
you.
for coming.
Good guys. Yeah, really had a good time.
Tomorrow, I think, is going to be really good. We got our lucky hats on. I'm going to try and not wash off the tattoo. You're going to wear your lucky shirt.
I'm not sure if I can wear this shirt again. I took it off yesterday, went to the shower, and it followed me.
One more day.
But if we don't have a good day tomorrow, superstition's out the window forever.
But I wonder how Kenan's doing.
Oh, God, why did you mention him? My blood pressure just went up 20 points.
Hey guys, what's up?
Did John get that big load in?
Yeah, he's doing it right now. Actually, it looks great.
You got everything unpacked?
Almost.
Have you broken anything?
So far, so good.
Things are good there.
Yeah, everything's good. No issues at all. I got everything under control here.
Hey, Kenan, I got a tattoo.
No way.
It's just a lick on one, but you're going to like it.
A lick on one?
Well, yeah.
You got to get the real ones.
And I'm thinking about getting a tattoo. What should I get?
Probably not the barbed wire.
Yeah, that's right. Why don't you just spell loser on your forehead?
Exactly.
How about a skull with a dagger through it with a rose in its mouth?
I don't know if you can pull that off. That's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get that one by my wife.
Yeah, I guess she's got that final save.
Hey, Kenan, you keep up the good work and we'll be home soon.
All right, man, sounds good.
Why do I always get this tingling up my spine whenever we talk to him?
He never answers the question. On our way to Stanburn, Nova Scotia. Go see Terry and Cindy. They like to go to auctions. They got a whole bunch of stuff. Some fishing reels, maybe some other fishing gear.
They have any advertising or tins or signs?
Yeah, they got some tobacco tins. So I'm a little concerned today, Scott. My tattoo seems to be fading.
Yeah, I was a little concerned about that too, but don't worry, partner, I got us covered.
You didn't.
Look at that.
What's up?
Ow! What are you doing?
What is that?
You'll see.
Does that hurt?
No pain, no gain.
You always got to do the one-upmanship.
I was a little concerned about that girly man thing you got on your hand there. Figured we better get a real one.
What'd you get?
I'm not telling.
How long do we have to wait for the debut?
Don't worry, you'll see it when we get back to Calgary. This place has got a couple buildings.
Yeah, I bet you this is it.
Yeah, this is the place.
Yeah.
Never know what you're going to see, but I'm looking forward to this. I'm optimistic.
Well, hello.
You must be
Hello. Yes. Nice to meet you.
Sheldon.
I'm
Sheldon?
Cindy.
So this is your place here?
Yes, it is, sir.
Yes.
So what do you have?
Oh, about 200 acres.
Yeah, what do you do with it?
Not too much at the moment.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
this looks more like wild grass than hay.
Yeah, it is. It was made for hay years, but now nobody has a farm much anymore, so it's just the way it is.
Do you collect stuff or do you just
All the
acquire
time.
stuff?
Somebody said you go to auction sales.
We do.
Yeah. from time to
Estate
time.
sales, yard sales. We've probably been collecting for 20 plus years.
Got started with tea ornaments and went to advertising, and then tin cans, anything that took our fancy.
We've decided to sell because it's just getting too much. The house is full. It's time. Things got to move.
Well, where do you want to show us first?
Right
Up
over
here.
here, sir.
Let's go.
This shed?
All right. Yes.
Oh, this is an interesting place. Very interesting.
Wow, some good things in here.
Now, this is a outer building, so is the stuff a little less dear to your heart here?
No.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes!
Nothing in here I want.
Ah, good to hear, Cindy.
Here, there's something I see. Shell. Oh, wow, look at that
Look at this.
creel.
That's a beauty, isn't it?
That, my friend, is a trap basket.
Trap for what?
Carry your fur after you catch it.
Oh, it looks like the biggest creel I've ever seen. I thought you just had
Really?
big fish here.
Yeah, but it's
I
beautiful.
wish there were. No, nothing that big.
Is it Mi'kmaq?
I would say so.
Oh, yeah.
I got it.
When I took it down, it made sense. Its shape and its size, there was a backpack that a trapper would take on the trap line with his traps in it.
And then when you had your traps set, when you came back to check them and you had
Yep.
any fur, you put it in there.
Fill her
like
up with fur.
Yeah. Muskrats, beavers,
Yeah.
foxes, whatever you got.
Gee, that's an interesting piece.
Yeah.
How old would you think that is?
1930s, 40s.
Would you take $100 for it?
No, I got more than that into it.
Ah.
What do you got into it?
About 125.
So you need
How
a
about
bit
130?
Getting close.
I like you better.
140.
Done.
All right, sir. First deal of the day.
All right.
Yeah. Cool.
Thank you, Cindy.
You're welcome.
See, we're like a wrestling team. We sort of tag team it.
I'm trying to see that.
I was happy to sell that big old trap basket. Every time I went in there, it was in my way.
This is a weird one, Shell. It's right. It's the right logo.
Oh, it's a Greenheart.
Yeah, it's
So is this.
They were both Scottish Greenheart rods.
Did you ever fish these rods?
No.
Oh, well, that's a shame, because, boy, these are both pretty fishable.
Those rods came from England after the Second World War. The guy brought them back.
And what would you want for a couple rods?
Oh, for the two, I should have $100.
Sheldon, I don't think we could even argue with that.
Oh,
Gentlemen.
really?
Yeah. Cindy, you're smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to miss these things?
Not at all.
I'm really liking the way this is going because Terry is quoting real reasonable prices.
Well, I think I'm pretty good.
There's some sort of toy down here. I think it might be a Charlie Weaver bartender. You put the batteries in, he pours the drink, has it back, his eyes bug out, and smoke comes out his ears. My dad and his buddies always had the bartender going on the bar, and usually everyone was in a pretty good mood, so whenever I see one of those things, it puts me in a good mood. That is a toy that I would give you $5 for, hoping it works.
I'd take $5.
Okay, $5.
Couple little molds, little press,
Yeah.
and
nice.
a little butter press.
Those are nice.
Those are very nice. What do you think?
I don't know anything about prices.
Well, that's why I'm asking you. Think of what you paid for them and
Let me
divide by
think
2
about
and
it.
add 5.
Is that the way it works?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, think about those.
Yeah.
Sheldon, a nice little piece of Noritake.
Oh, yeah. I love it. Japanese porcelain. Now we're making the pie a little sweeter.
Okay.
Because we never did settle on these. What would you say for the 3 pieces?
$50.
I'd be happier at 30, Cindy.
Oh, man.
Split the difference with them.
40. Yes?
Done.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, wait.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Now again.
Oh, now we have to have that because it turns out it's a sugar bowl.
So now
So-
it is 50.
I own the sugar bowl. What do you want to put the set back together? Because I'd sell this back to you for 40.
What? No.
How about 50 for the bundle now?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, it's for shoe shine.
It's about
a spit and
time.
polish.
Yeah.
Spit and polish.
You owe me one of these.
What?
Go to it. Show us how it's
Look,
done.
anytime.
Yeah. Hey, don't spit on my boot! Just a second.
He wanted to shine.
Just a second here.
You said go to it. It's a spit and polish. What do you expect?
And I'd ask you to do my other boot, except I don't want it spat on.
You told me to shine your shoes with a spit and shine.
I'm going to give him these now that he's already kind of christened them in your name.
That's a nice way of saying it. They're no longer mint box.
No.
Thanks, Terry.
You're quite welcome.
Not only did I violate his mint box shoe shiners, I violated your boot, and I got them for free. That's a win-win-win. Looks like a serious gaff hook.
Well, yes, it is. That's partially what it is, but what was it used for?
It looks to me like this is something that if you caught something really big, you'd go over the side of the boat, you just yank her up.
Yeah,
But
and that's
I
why
don't know.
that's why you've got the barb, I would think, too, right?
Yeah, that's one of the last whaling hooks that they had in Blandford, Nova Scotia. When they cut up the meat, they hooked that in the meat and drug it to the locker.
Set of ice tongs for whales.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's a multi-function tool. My favorite pick are unusual items. We're a couple of prairie boys, so you're gonna have to help us on this.
50 would be fine.
Is there a buck in it for us for 50?
I'm getting my money back, so you're on your own with that.
Well, if you're getting your money back, I guess 50's the price.
All right.
This is a bit of an oddball pick. Some of the things we're paying a good dollar for and we don't know much about them, but most of the things we're buying at a real reasonable price.
We just have to haul them across the country.
Is there anything up here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there
a few
is.
odds and ends up there.
Always like to look up at an attic just to see if there's some long-lost orphan up there. Hey, Sheldon, you should see these planks up here. You go up and take a look at those planks because they're big, wide planks.
They're white ash, big, thick ones. They're gonna make a fantastic table, maybe two.
What would you want for them?
You serious?
Well, you can make a tabletop out of them, right?
Oh, for
Exactly.
sure.
Yeah.
You say there's 5 plank there.
Yeah.
$25. Seriously, I didn't know I was selling lumber today.
Hey, I didn't know we were buying lumber today.
That's when we hit the grand slam, is when we take something and repurpose it. And I feel lucky on those planks. Well, I think we pretty well combed you out of here.
Okay.
Where do we go?
We have stuff in the house.
Like they say, hard times in the Maritimes, so every little bit you can get extra helps. We've invested money into that stuff, and now it's time to get some of it back.
Oh, you got quantity on forest and stream tins. Can I bring them out?
Yeah.
Sure.
Of all the good Canadian pocket tins, these are probably the most reasonably priced. Of
Yes.
the good ones.
Yes, that's the good ones.
Pocket tins are among the most desirable of all tins for a bunch of reasons. One of which is you can put a pretty big collection in a pretty small space. If somebody said to you, I'll take them all, what do you want? What would you say?
Whoa.
Hit the road.
Well,
My guess is you don't want to sell them all anyway.
I would like to sell them all sort of thing. Them and what's over there.
Well, you want to sell the whole works.
Yeah, I'd sell the whole work.
Oh, Scott, you got a whole army over here.
Oh, gosh, you do. Man, you've got a bunch.
Yep.
Okay, now just, I'm not saying I'm interested, but just throw out a number. If you were going to sell all those tins and all these tins, what would you want?
$5 grand.
Whoa. That's many thousands more than I would pay. Oh, man, I'd love to have the whole collection, but I don't think at $5 grand.
Do we have a market for our collection?
We have a market for the top 10% of the collection.
Yeah.
Therein lies the problem.
Why don't we go back to the forests and streams and take a look at those ones for a minute?
Well, we can try.
Okay. Okay, so let's put these guys down. And if you don't want to sell them all, I might just try and buy a couple of them off you. I'm okay either way.
Well, the more I can get out of you, the better I like it.
Well, if that's the case, why don't I pull a few more down from there?
Oh, all right. Lead on.
So I grab a few good ones. Honeymoon, a high plane, the red jacket, got about 20 tins there, and we decide to play a little game. You're gonna go through these and you're gonna get a number in your head, and then I'm gonna go through them, and I'm gonna get a number in my head.
What we should do is have you both write them down.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
And then turn it over.
Okay.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
I'll put my price down, he'll put his price down, and we'll see how far apart we are.
I'm going over
I need
here.
a pen.
Got it? Good.
When I'm writing down that price, I know it's gonna offend him. And I'm looking to see if there's any way I can somehow or other make the price bigger.
Da 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 da. All right, so you said 2,000,
Yep.
and you said 1,000.
Oh.
He's double my number.
It's a little bit of a difference.
I don't think we can do business.
There's no way I could pay $2,000 for these because I wouldn't break even. Selling them.
Seriously?
No, no.
Cindy and I would like to know, is there any room at 1,500?
Yeah. I'd like to sell the tins just to get them out of here and something else in the kitchen to look at.
I think I could do 1,200.
That's just too far, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. She would have taken the 1,200 I offered that quick, but Terry was having none of it. Can I make an offer on a few of them then? I decided change tactics, that one. I isolated the 5 best tins that I wanted out of that. Still leave you with a critical mass of tins, and I go with 5 tins. How about those?
What are you thinking?
I know it needs to be a good, solid offer, or we're walking away with none of them. I'm thinking I'm thinking 400 bucks.
I was thinking 5.
450.
Right on.
All right. Cindy! Yeah.
Thank heavens. Look at me, I'm happy.
She would have liked to see them all gone.
I would have.
I'm happy with that because I can live with all 5 of those tins, no problem.
Okay.
I can't live with all of those tins if we can't sell them. My lucky shirt and my new tattoo, they paid off.
They're gonna make a fantastic table, so there's nothing but profit in them. That's a beauty. It's a really rare piece with some huge potential for lots of upside.
This is a nice set of tins. Got the best 5, worth somewhere around $650. That was
Thanks,
great.
Terry.
Thank you.
Really nice to meet you.
Great meeting you.
We found some really interesting pieces.
That's good.
Okay.
And if we come this way again, I hope we're coming back.
Okay, I hope you do.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye now. Well, it's been a heck of a great day as far as I'm concerned.
We were incredibly lucky to have Scott and Sheldon here today.
A good day. Fine as hell.
It was a lucky day. Out in the middle of nowhere in a house that looks like it's not going to have anything old in it, and we picked some of the best stuff we've picked on this trip. And I think it was all due to my shirt, and today it was all due to my new tat.
How is that?
Don't even think about it.
Time to go home. My tat is just about faded off.
It's not a tat. Okay?
Well, all I can tell you is Lady Luck was on our side in Nova Scotia.
Nice park job. We're here. The Eagle has landed.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how are you, Kenan?
Good.
Good to see you.
Hey, Kenan.
Sheldon, how was your trip?
Great.
Long and hard.
Yeah. Hey, look, I got a tattoo.
For a stick-on, it looks all right.
Hey, you want to see a real one?
Did you get a real tattoo? Did you come over to the other side finally?
Look at that, baby.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, you didn't. You went for it.
You got it, man.
Wait a minute. How long ago did you get that?
Holy.
Let me take a look at
Hey,
that.
no.
Let me see it. Bring it closer. Doesn't look like a new tattoo.
No. Come on, look at it. See?
That looks like a little bit of a spray-on tattoo.
Come on.
Something you'd get at a kid's party.
I thought you went and had a little pain to get that.
Doesn't hurt yet.
It's a little cold, but it doesn't hurt.
Can you believe that?
Spray-on tattoo.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be that lame-oid thing. It's actually real. It's just a spray-on rather than a stick-on. And I can't believe he fell for it.
Dude, see what a real skull's supposed to look like?
Who's this, Moses parked in the waters or what?
I agree. That's embarrassing.
I am the missing link between the lame stick-on and the real tattoo. Look at this. Just give it a little...
Hey!
There, it's just about gone now.
I'm keeping my options open.